Shut up, be quiet. Shh. Shut up, stop crying. Shh. You don't wanna.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very prominent writer once said, when a man brings ant-infested faggots into his hut, he should not grumble when lizards begin to pay him a visit. So, when you bring yourself to YouTube, choose a family, start smearing their names, talking about them literally every day of your life. Do not complain when they also start talking about you, or when other people start talking about you. You have made that choice. Deal with it. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be listening to me from. This is Nyaluanga channel, and this is Nyaluanga saluting you for supporting my channel, for watching my videos, for subscribing, for sharing, and for liking. My returning subscribers, kudos. Those who have decided to watch for the first time today, welcome to Nyaluanga channel. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and like. For those who come to watch but have not subscribed, you're still welcome, because whatever you do, you are supporting my channel. Thank you very much. Today we have caught the mother of the fishes, the mother of all fishes, and we are planning to make good with her. In fact, we want to marinate her before we fry her, because we want a really tasty meal. We don't want water. Now, as you all know, Marwa did a live last week. Not the week that has just ended, but the one before that. And he used the lemon metaphor so well to refer to these many men and women who are just running around spewing hate and bitterness and calling his name throughout for no reason at all. In fact, I would call that live the lemon bitterness live. And since then, the lazy gang has been parading that live on their channel. In fact, they have actually adopted the lemon metaphor to refer to themselves and so many things. Do you see how uncreative these people are? They wait for somebody to come up with something and they hold on to it and they use it until it is worn to pieces before as they wait for another one to be created. So today, I want to focus on a reaction of one lady who calls herself Coco Mama or Granny Coco, aka Modesta Lifestyle. She created a whole video about this live because according to her, Marwa came for them and their husbands. Yet her channel, for example, that is what she claimed, that her channel is a lifestyle channel where she reacts to trending issues on the internet across all nationalities, etc. etc. In fact, she said her channel is not to react to one person, but that she always reacts to several stuff, for example, Wodemaya. And I asked myself, how many Wodemaya videos has this lady made? In her entire YouTube life, how many Wodemaya reaction channels has she made? Less than 10. And how many Marwa reaction videos has she made? Over 300. In fact, in the last 3 months alone, almost all her reaction videos, or not just reaction, almost all her videos are about Marwa. So how can you say that my channel is not meant to react to just one person, or that my channel is a lifestyle channel that talks about trending issues on the internet across all nationalities? Can you see a liar on the face Can you see that? Everybody knows that the only thing this woman does is talk about Marwa, nothing else. And even if she decides to talk about something else, on top of that, Marwa always has to be the top up. Either Marwa or David or their family is always the top up. So how can she say, is that what she calls lifestyle? So her lifestyle, in short, is Marwa and his family. What else does she talk about? Nothing. So her anger was mainly because Marwa said, they talk about me to feed their jobless husbands. So she was asking Marwa, have you ever seen my husband? Have you ever seen my husband? Really, woman, does he have to see your husband to make such a statement? Marwa knows that you are using his name for views. Your CEO even revealed that yesterday. She revealed that with her own mouth, that basically everything that you are doing is for views. Why would you want views? Because YouTube is going to pay you for the views that you get. So doesn't that money serve your family? Doesn't that money serve your children, feed your husband? Buy them clothes and whatever luxury item you want to buy them? Or where does it go? Maybe you throw it. Do you throw that money when YouTube pays you? You throw it because you say, oh, this money I earned it by talking about Marwa, so I don't want to spend it because I don't want to spend Marwa money. Otherwise, he'll say I'm using this money to feed my husband. No, you don't throw it away. We have never seen you throw even a cent. So, Marwa was right. You're using his name to feed your husband. Does your husband work? So as far as she's concerned, her husband is a no-go area. No-go area. So she tells Marwa, tomorrow I'll talk about someone who is dear to you because you've done this to me. Hey, please, madam, what has Marwa got to lose? What has his family got to lose? Nothing, because haven't you done worse? Haven't you done worse? You have talked about all his loved ones. Who have you left behind? Is there any of his loved ones you have not talked about? No. You have literally torn Marwa's family and pulled them through the mud with you. So really there's nothing that you can talk about that is worse than the things you have already said. So what does he have to lose should you decide to talk about him and his family? Nothing. You claim that you have become content for Marwa. Do you think you can be content for Marwa? Really? Look at yourself. Look at your channel. Do you think you can be content that Marwa would talk about every day? Wow, in what way? Your vlogging, for example, he would be interested in talking about your vlogging? Or maybe your cooking? Or maybe your family? I don't know which one of these Marwa would like to talk about. Because even me, to tell you the truth, I would not want to spend my time talking about you. You cannot be content for me. You cannot be content for me. You are not enough. So you want Marwa not to talk about your husbands because even if they are unemployed for you, yet he is content for your house every day. Every day Marwa is content for your house. Like he said, your husbands must be very funny men. Watching you talk about another man every day. You even know that he doesn't put on underwear. How do you know? How do you know? So your husband is comfortable without you talking about men who don't have underwear and everything that you can think about them? Shocking indeed. And another lie that she said, that you and I are both lazy ones. The way I rely on social media to survive is the way you also rely on social media to survive. So you and I are the lazy ones, not our husbands. Leave them alone. Can you see how this woman imagines that what she does is the same as what Marwa does? She is equating what she does to what Marwa does. This is a very silly, a very wrong notion. Marwa works. Marwa uses his brain to create his own original content. And you? What part of your brain do you use? What part of your brain do you use to create content? You went to UK. You could not even vlog in the UK. You could not vlog. You didn't show anybody anything. In fact, you even tried to show that time when you people were on the train. And it was so terrible because instead of showing people the train, you are busy showing us other people, passengers who are seated there, invading their privacy, showing us their faces, and nothing else. You did not even show us the inside of the train, how it looked. You did not even show us the station. You could not show anything. You cannot use your brain. You cannot produce anything. The only thing you can do is wait for Marwa to drop a video, grab it, and talk about it. Create lies from it. You leech onto somebody else's content, and then you come and say that you are a content creator. What content have you ever created? You want people to believe that you are relevant. You are not relevant. What you are doing is nowhere near what Marwa is doing. You are a reactor. Reactors and content creators are so different. Even YouTube knows that. The definitions are very, very different. Because reactors don't create content. Don't call yourself content creator. You are not. Marwa is a content creator. She says, oh, that channel is not for Kenge alone. Hey, my dear, that channel of yours is only about our Kenge Swamp King, the only king in Nyabohanse, the one and only Swamp King, with his own mansion, with his own swamp, and with his throne that so many of you are envious of. Your special line is usually, oh, he brought himself to the public space. Oh, if he doesn't want people to talk about him, he should not bring himself to the public space. But how about his other family members? Did they bring themselves to the public space? Did he bring them? You started talking about his mother even before he opened a YouTube channel for her. How about his grandmother? How about his father? And how about his other sister? Haven't you been talking about them and they are not on YouTube? Haven't you brought your children, your husband here online? When you're traveling to Nigeria last time, or even just recently, you had your children in the car. Have you seen people talking about your mother, your sister, your brothers? You think we can't react to them? You think they don't have things about them that people would like to talk about? But we know our boundaries. We don't just open our mouths to talk about people. Why do you talk about Marwa's parents, his sister, his grandfather? This is so disrespectful. Then you can come here and tell people that, oh, do not talk about my husband. My husband is off limits. Even his family is off limits. And we can decide to start reacting about those children of yours. Her other obsession is baby Maisha. Every time Marwa has a life, she must always have something to say about baby Maisha. Leave Marwa to bring up his own child the way he wants. Keep your advice for your grandchildren. Oh, that baby should not lie on his stomach. Oh, he can choke. Oh, why does he put a pillow there? That baby can choke on that pillow. That pillow is on the side of the baby. How can the baby suffocate himself with it? And many people prefer to put their children on stomach position to prevent choking. Let him do what he has been advised to do. Oh, this man should not be left with that child. He's endangering the life of that child. Ati, oh, Daddy Marwa, you can't leave a 2-month-old baby on its own. What nonsense is that? How about in Africa where you have a baby and you have to do chores, fetch water, etc.? Those children are put on the bed and they learn to survive. They survive, they grow, they become grown-ups, and they have their own children. Get a life, woman, and leave this child alone. These are the kind of women who spread propaganda about people and their parents, and then if you know it, before you know it, they even call the police on you. How is Marwa endangering the life of that child? Tell me how. By putting him on the bed facing down? How does that endanger his life? He's right there next to that child. What's wrong with you? Evil woman. Wishing evil on a child that is not even yours. Wait for your grandchildren. And this thing of, Marwa does not even know that lemon is not bitter, it's sour. But there are lemons that are bitter and they happen to be you. And even if lemon is sour, Marwa said he translated it directly from his mother tongue. Even in my mother tongue, lemon is bitter, not sour. So as far as she is concerned, sour is what will make Marwa understand some of the mistakes he's making and reset his mind and mold him into a better person. So I asked myself, who is she molding? Who is she molding into a better person? So as far as she's concerned, so as far as this lady is concerned, Marwa needs molding. He needs molding into a better person. So that's why for her, sour is good, because sour is what will mold Marwa into a better person. But does she know that you cannot drink that sour lemon without sugar? You need to add sugar into that lemon. Even if somebody gives you lemon and you make lemonade, that lemonade you will have to add sugar to it. If you don't add sugar to it, that's how you end up with women like you. Women who are bitter, bitter, bitter. Because nobody added sugar to them. Real lemon, if you want to drink it, you add sugar to it to make it sweeter. So even if it's sour, it will be sour and sweet. So where do you stand, madam? Where do you stand? You stand among those bitter, sour women who always spew sourness, terrible things, because that's how your heart is. You're a sour, bitter woman. I think nobody showed you any sweetness, so you ended up being so sour that you do not know how to change. Can you imagine? She goes on saying that, oh, Marwa, you should learn to be receptive to what people are saying. That's how you learn to be a better person. Between you and Marwa, who needs to learn to be a better person? Why should he be receptive to what you are saying? Who are you? And what exactly are you saying that he should be receptive to? What should he listen to? What is it that you are teaching him? A bitter woman who abuses people over the internet? You think you are teaching people something? You think you are changing people? Why would Marwa want to change for you? He has been doing YouTube for 7 years. For 7 years he's been doing YouTube. So how come nobody ever came and told him that he needs to change? Suddenly you come here, you think you are God, and you want to start teaching him. Teaching him what? In fact, even when it comes to teaching people things, this woman is the most obnoxious woman I've ever seen. The other day in one of her videos, I saw her cutting meat, putting it in her mouth, chewing it, and then removing it from her mouth and putting in a baby's mouth. Meat from her mouth, she puts in a baby's mouth. Who knows what kind of bacteria she has in that mouth of hers? That mouth of hers eats all sorts of things. Then she removes meat and gives it to the baby to eat. And to make it worse, she licks her mouth. She eats and puts the whole of her hand in her mouth, licks it, takes whatever it is, food, scoops with her hand, and puts it in the baby's mouth. If you're talking about people who should learn, this is the most disgusting way of eating I've ever seen. It was so horrible. I looked at you and wondered, is this the woman who sits there and throws abuses at Marwa? Huh? How come we are not reacting about you with all these nonsense things that you are doing? Sitting in a restaurant, chewing with your mouth open? Chewing with your mouth open in a restaurant. And then removing food from your mouth in a restaurant and putting in a baby's mouth. And then taking your whole finger and putting in your mouth and my God, so disgusting. You do such things in the back of your home, not in a restaurant, and even at your home. Oh my God. And then you want to teach people? You want to correct people? We should start by correcting you with these silly habits that you have. You know how to correct people. You think people are always on the wrong. How many people do you think would be amused by that terrible behavior of yours that you exposed online? How many? People, if people want to react about you, they can react about you because you do so many disgusting things. So many disgusting things. And people are just quiet because we have no business with your nonsense. We have no business with your nonsense. So don't cheat people here that you don't do nonsense things. You also do things that people can react to. But we just choose not to react to you because we don't want to. I don't want to bring myself to the level that you have lowered yourself to. Reacting against a family that you don't even know, that you have never seen, that you have never met, that has never wronged you in any way. Because even if Marwa does his things, that's his life. He does it for himself. There are people out there who are doing worse things and they are bringing them online. You are not bothered about that. You are not even looking for them because you are a leech. You have latched yourself onto one person and you don't want to let go. Oh, shame on you. Then you come here telling people that, oh, you need to be corrected. You need to be corrected. You need to learn to be receptive. You will never change. Marwa, don't change for any of these silly women. Don't change for any of them. Let them continue talking and talking and talking over the internet. If they want to get old and grow gray hair talking over the internet about you, let them. Let them. Let them. They will grow old. Their children will come and start talking about you and their children's children, because these are parasites. Parasite women feeding on you, making money from you to feed their husbands. Who knows whether their husbands are working or not? Yeah, husband is no go, and you are always chasing other people's husbands. Other people's husbands, other people's young children, young sons. What do you want? What do you want exactly? Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. My lovely, lovely subscribers, this woman just pissed me off, and that's why I'm talking about her. And she says, oh, sour is good. When God gives you lemons, make lemonade. Sour will give you ulcers. You said sweet will give you diabetes. Sour will give you ulcers. So which one is better? Woman, go to school and learn something and do something more productive than chasing another man. Shame on you. So my subscribers, thank you very much for listening up to the very end. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Share my video. Share, and may God bless you.